So day 98, and today I'm going to be progressing with the van. After yesterday we did have some time off and we met with trucker Dylan. If you'd like to see this meet, then please check out the video from yesterday. But anyway, let's get cracking with today's progress.
Yeah, so I'll finish the rest of this and then I'll probably work on the other side.
So what I'm doing now is I am actually trying to find as much of the offcut as possible and use it all up. Then I can decide what I have left and how much more I need to order, and hopefully this time will be my final order for this insulation. It will also be nice to finally get the insulation finished so I can remove these boards, because if you see the PIR boards that have been in the van for a very long time are just using up so much space. And with all the additions I'm making to the van, it just seems the space is getting less and less and less, and it makes it more stressful to live in. So while I was insulating along this wall, I found a piece of wire that I felt needed some conduit just to protect it from the vibration of the van and not damage the cable.
So I've now put the two cables going up here in some conduit just to give it that protection from the elements of the van.
So I've seen on other builds people don't bother doing this, and the risk may be low, but there's still the risk, and if you do get a short circuit or a damaged cable, then you're going to cause yourself a lot of problems having to rip out all the walls to remove the cable, or maybe not even that, but just use a new cable route and have it on the outside of the wall. It's also that I do want my electrical system to comply with the BS 7671, so in the future it could get electrical safety certificate, and maybe then this should add value to it if I think about selling this in the future. So here I am adding conduit to those cables to protect them, so by the end of the project I will have no loose cables in the wall and they will all be protected by plastic conduit. This is typical of me. As I'm doing the insulation, I see the cable and then get distracted and move on to that. But as you can see, I am now carrying on to install the insulation and finally finish the insulation of those top areas. And just as a bonus, I'll say the word insulation one more time.
Oh, we've nearly finished. 62. But so the one wire is for spotlights going on the ceiling. The other wire is for this fan here. Another wire over there, I don't know if you can see it, but that one's for the spotlights. So there's going to be 3 spotlight circuits. So one is there over the bed. Another spotlight circuit is here in this main area, and this is going to be the kitchen, and there's going to be cabinets here, overhead storage, and there's going to be spotlights under that. That's going to be the 3rd spotlight circuit. And all the switches are going to be over here, so you'll see a lot of cables here. They're all there because that's where the switching is going to be for all their stuff. The main electrics will be under the bed. That's where all the cables route to. Yeah, and we're nearly finished.
So as I'm finally coming to an end on this part of the insulation, my mind starts drifting onto other things and thinking at how I can improve my standard of living.
I definitely think it would feel more homely and independent when a lot of the electrics are working. I can charge the equipment. I think I am going to look at prioritising that. But yeah, this is insulation, but it's like a thin layer of insulation. It also acts as like a soundproofing, and it's also got that like reflective layer on top, so it helps reflect the heat back in, keep the heat in, or keep the cool air in, whatever way around you're doing it. But I'm using it as a base layer because I think also by sticking it to the outside of the van, it also helps to act as like a vapor barrier. So it kind of reduces the condensation build up. There's that as well. Oh, I'm actually kind of changing my mind about these bits. Maybe not that bit, but definitely that bit. So I'm going to put the framing on there because that's where the overhead storage is going to go on. So this is 100 mil. Actually, it probably won't fit in there. Anyway, this board stuff, obviously, I've got piles of it down here. I'm probably going to try and cram some of the board stuff in these bits. I'm going to put them in there, and I'll probably fill the voids with maybe the expanding foam, and that should sort of hold it all in place, stop any noises or whatnot. So insulation is all going in all the gaps, and then obviously there's going to be a wall on it. Just realised I've got to actually rust treat all the bottom bits. It's been something I've low-key been putting off.
So welcome to anyone new to this channel. Let me give you a quick introduction.
But yeah, this is my van, this is where I live. I'm currently living in it, trying to convert it at the same time. That's the bed. I've made the bed now. I put in all the windows. Literally, I started building this van from scratch. Bought an empty van, put in all the windows, put in the frame in, the bed, like literally ripped everything out. Then yeah, built it to this, and this is where we're at. So yeah, if you enjoy this kind of content, welcome in. If not, that's fair enough. It's not for everyone. We do just, we sometimes just chat and stuff. And eventually when the van is actually built, I will be traveling around Europe and exploring the world in this little beauty, but we're building the home first. And yeah, that's basically the overview. So yeah, hit that follow if that does interest you. If not, yeah, fair enough.
So those of you who wonder why you see me randomly chatting to a phone or text, it is actually because I live stream over on twitch.tv/SteveyDe. If you feel like you want to pop in and say hello and watch my live streams and just see the live progress and interact with me, you can head over there and do so. If not, then continue to please enjoy the YouTube videos. I just want to say thank you to anyone who's gone out their way to leave a nice positive comment, because it does help to know that people are enjoying these videos and does inspire me to keep going. So I appreciate you guys. If you do like my content, please hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.